The lights
Come
are
on,
dim.
you have to be the last person.
The lights are dimming.
We see him every day. Every time we go to Home Depot, he's there.
You see, he has a mixed drink there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna pan everybody first. Dad, let's sit down.
I used to drink mine in Coke.
There's 2, there's 4, there's 6,
Okay.
and there's 8, and then there is my visual aid with food. Everybody in the picture.
It's an advertisement for the drink that's there.
Okay, so I promise not to keep you guys more than 5 minutes this morning. I would just like to commemorate an organization that I feel is very important to me and is doing a good thing in our world. So, for those of you who don't know, WWF is the World Wildlife Fund. You may better recognize them by their logo. For over 45 years, WWF has been dedicated to the protection and conservation of nature. They are the world's leading conservation organization and contain over 5 million men working in over 100 countries. WWF's unique way of working is what allows them to succeed. They combine global reach with a foundation in science. They involve action from every level, from local to global, working between village marketplaces and countries with prime ministers and presidents. And they ensure the delivery of innovative solutions that meet both the needs of people and nature. WWF's sole mission is the conservation of nature. They protect natural areas and wild populations of fish and ants, animals, and plants, including endangered species. They promote the sustainable use of natural resources, including the more efficient use of these resources for the maximum reduction of pollution. So first, how did WWF get started? In 1961, other organizations such as the IUCN and the Conservation Foundation found they were running very short on funds while trying to meet their conservation needs. So therefore, WWF was created on September 11, 1961, by a small group of scientists, naturalists, and businessmen. They first set up shop in Morges, Switzerland, with Prince Bernhard of the Netherlands as their first president. The decision was made to establish WWF as a worldwide fundraising organization that would work alongside existing organizations to bring financial support to the conservation movement on a worldwide scale. They would raise their funds through national appeals and then channel this money to appropriate groups. The British National Appeal and Worldwide Incorporated were the first funds in the WWF fund family. So let's skip ahead to what WWF is doing now on the conservation front. For the past 20 years, climate change has been a priority for them. The recent passage of the Clean Energy and Security Act by the U.S. House of Representatives is to date the biggest step in response to the energy and climate crisis. WWF helped shape this legislation and actively worked to see it pushed to the House. They are also working to see it passed in the Senate by the end of this year. Also, in Mexico this summer, WWF worked with Fundación Carlos Slim, the Mexican federal government, and other partners to establish Mexico as a worldwide model for conservation. The program aims, as the website says, to conserve Mexico's rich natural heritage and to promote sustainable development. Their strategy includes efforts to adapt and mitigate to climate control, to strengthen civil society, to develop innovative financial mechanisms, and to invest in sustainable economies. As well as this, WWF is actively working on the marine conservation front. This May, the presidents and prime ministers of Indonesia, Malaysia, the Philippines, and other surrounding countries got together and agreed upon one of the most specific and comprehensive plans ever for ocean conservation. The 10-year plan sets up time-bound steps to address the growing threats to the coral triangles, reefs, fisheries, mangroves, and other coastal areas. This area is essential because it contains more than 75% of the world's coral species, more than 53% of the world's reef species, and more than 3,000 fish species, including the commercially vital yellowfin, skipjack, and big-eye tuna. The adoption of this plan to protect this area sets an important example before the upcoming international climate negotiations in December, where world leaders will gather to discuss and agree upon a new treaty to replace the Kyoto Protocol. So in conclusion, WWF has made monumental strides in conservation and wildlife protection. They are a non-profit, determined, committed group that strives to see nothing more than humans and nature work in harmony. Please support them in their mission to save life on Earth. Thank you.
Yay! Yay!